Hello, welcome to Portal Zen, where we do whatever the hell I want to do, as it should be with your own channel, or whatever the hell you're doing. If I managed to record it during yesterday's electrical storm, or whatever the hell was causing my internet to go out like it was just learning how to date, this is an unboxing / review of this thing, because why not? I have nothing better to do. It's been done a million times before. And everybody has said the same damn things about it. It's good for beginner and blah, blah, blah. It sucks. It's a piece of shit. I'm going to say that. You know why? Because it can be so much better with so little effort. And I will do like 2 steps and send it to the manufacturer. I'll just post the thing to the manufacturer. I'm tired of telling people how to upgrade the shit. These damn companies can do it. I know they can. They can talk to someone who can get them better deals. They must know a guy who knows the guy. We can put out a micro drone sub 15 grams, brushed faster than anything on the market. I know I was building 85 quads with like Betaflight, and then I just switched to, I was losing so many of them. I just switched to I was learning. I switched to $20 Banggood or Alibaba type of flight controllers. They work just as well. This flight controller, for what it is, it's worth every bit of the $21 that it was cost. I'm basically going to keep this here until I get bored with it or it dies. I almost killed it just a second ago, flying around outside in Alabama wind. Yeah, that's not going to work. If this thing didn't have altitude control, I would be swimming for it. It would be in the pond. Because a gust of wind took it right over there, and all I could do was switch to a higher rate to get more speed out of it. But I didn't lose it, so it still works. So there's point. I guess that's the sign of experience or just financial investment, if you will. Because yeah, I've lost a few drones. And these especially, no beeper, nothing like that. If you get it, drive it inside, it's a perfect learner. It's got the altitude hold. I know I don't need altitude hold, but I like to fly with it because I'm lazy. I like to be able to, do something else for like a second. But I haven't flown much FPV, and when I did, I liked that infinitely more. So that's not a statement of purpose as much as a mission of intent. So we take this to the next step. But maybe I can help one or two of you along with my journey, what pitfalls not to do. If anybody is getting into drones, I'll tell you one thing not to do. Don't fly off the handle and buy the first pair of propellers that you think will fit. I messed up again. I did this the first time I played with drones. I forgot that the stator size, the stator being the spinny little thing, the actual shaft that comes out of it, the brushless motors for those. They have, the same thing as with these brush motors. They all have shafts coming out. They're not the same size for some damn reason. No one thought to fix that. Like, make a racing drone with a beefier shaft. I don't know. Or only use 8020s or whatever. I can't think that far ahead, but I realize these motors were around before drones came out, so we're just repurposing stuff. But I think we're in like concept now that this is a useful enough tool that we could probably, I don't know, rethink it. So I guess that's what this is going to be, an ongoing project to rethink the current drone. And I'm not talking about, what's his name? Howard, the crazy actor guy who went on Joe Rogan and solved the universe and everything. And it was 42 for sure. But there's no one. So, a more practical, like, I don't know, I got pretty far in this journey already. I did set up models and all that stuff. Now I got a new thing to tackle, which is ELRS, which was just coming out when I got out. So you're out for 2 years, you're learning a whole nother thing. But I have the basics down. Transmitters, flight controllers, props, beta flight, speedy beat. Yeah, I know shortcuts. I know people to call on for great knowledge. I invoke the name Bardwell! But I digress. Let's fly this person. We're gonna name it. No, I'm not gonna go Bumblebee. I'm gonna name it Shitty GoBot. Shitty GoBot. Because why? Because it's not a fucking Transformer. It's a poor knockoff, but it'll do. You know what I mean? Actually, some GoBots are worth more than Transformers. You just don't find them anymore. I wouldn't mind to have the bad guy from the GoBots, the motorcycle. Why did the biker have to be the bad guy? Huh? You know, he just owned a leather bar, and the other GoBots weren't allowed in. That's all it was about. Some shit, I don't know. I'm guessing. My world, my timeline, that could it be how it happened. All right. Hopefully, I'll do some clever cutscene right here. Probably not, but let's get there. Aiming at the sky. That's kind of where I'm going with this. I built the first one, my first cloud thing, just for fun. This one is turning into what looks like a small indoor course. I'm probably gonna have to put a couple gates at the end or throughout, and then have it bump into music and invite people over to do racing. Oh, come on. Damn it. This is why I want turtle mode. Ooh. This pack is probably almost gone anyway. It did get me out of the drink, but I did have to go look for it. I'm not gonna lie. Still had to pick it up around. Didn't commit Harry Carey, that's for damn sure. I have had drones literally go like straight up Appalachian Mountains and disappeared. Just like someone was in the woods, ran out and stole it. Which I thought was hilarious because I never really put cameras on my drones. At least none of the ones I lost. So it was real funny when someone was all pissed and tried to insinuate that I was spying in their house with a camera. I don't want to see you and your fat white fuck. More importantly, if you see me flying and I have goggles on, I'm weeing around the damn yard. I'm not worried about what you're up to. Trust me, there's not enough battery pack life in this damn thing for me to want to fly by your window and see if you guys are making the bacon. You know what I mean? Yep. Oh my god, I think my lizard might think that's a bug. I hope he doesn't try. Oh my god, he's running over there. No. No. Leave him alone. I just see this going badly. I'm gonna be in the vet's office with drone with Liz Chameleon's tongue wrapped around one of his propellers. Can you save his tongue, Doc? Yeah, but it's gonna be shorter. He won't be as popular with the ladies, but he'll live. I made it. Woo! Ghosted. Yeah, that altitude hold is a lifesaver. Look at that. Not bad. No GPS, no light sensor, nothing. Just, hey, stay here, stay here, stay here, stay here. Making corrections off of, well, supposed to be making corrections. See if I can trim it up. No wind in the house, so, oh, all this is right. There we go. Going forward or backwards? Nope. Pretty stable. Not bad. Sponsored. This is on the third rate setting. This is probably the only way I'm gonna fly from now on, unless I'm just feeling lazy. Because this is just muscle memory right now. I was flying some small 65 brushless when I was in the if you're in the midst of my drone addiction back then, and I honestly can say that oh, here we go, bring it in. Not bad, not bad. 2 packs to go too. That is one thing I did notice. They shipped it with 3 packs, even though they're the tiny, like, I don't even know what those are, sex toy batteries. I don't know. What size is this? Give me a break. Come on. That's my complaint. Number one, battery size. This thing could be so much better with a battery rethink. You guys need to get on board with one particular drone manufacturer, or one guy figure out the best manufacturing method for the drone. Why has it got to be about the money? Just do it so the rest of society will have a better life. You ain't got to patent it. Just give it. There will be, you will get laid because of your achievement. Don't worry. I think that's what everybody's afraid of. They're not going to get enough beers bought at, the bar for what they did. So, final thoughts. Let's see. If I were a rich man, I would upgrade the motors to a higher KV. I would definitely put a $15 FPV cam on it. Leaving it brushed. Why not? It's and don't even advertise you're going to sell it with FPV goggles unless you're trying to get in the line. So just sell it like that. Camera, bind and fly. And you don't even get into the receiver side of it. Just make sure that the VX is analog and, can do that. There you go. That would increase your throughput 1,000% because people would love a $20 or $30 bind and fly that they can learn to fly on and won't be pissed when they lose it or throw it in the drink or it gets smashed under their ass when they're sitting on the couch too fast. I mean, these things, while durable can take a lick or two, they're not invulnerable. Some of them are getting pretty much there, but, things happen. Solder, will break and not everybody can solder. I couldn't when I started. You know how many of these things I killed? I got more bodies to my name than you can count. Drones fear me when I walk into a room. I already killed 50 flight controllers. Yeah, I might have. Anyway, I didn't learn on anything but drones. I was a necessity. So this thing could get very, 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 very ridiculous. So be careful. But it's a whole lot of fun. Whole lot of fun. I had more fun doing this today than I have had in a couple weeks because I can't do much and going out, getting a soda and letting this dude run around, even getting pushed around by the wind was fun. Something to do. I recommend this, but I would definitely love to sit down with the company and give them some ideas of how they could break out of just the toy manufacturing company and make their division like number one or whatever. Wouldn't be hard. You just, you do a few tricks, you cut a few corners. Well, not in the manufacturing. I mean, but you guys probably know better than anybody who's making the best motors. Make a few phone calls. You get a good deal on them. You send out a special race edition batch bind and fly that you'll put up against a brushed quad or the fastest brushed quad produced by one of the big dogs. And you make a big race thing about it. Millions of kids will go out there and buy these bind and flies that they could just throw in and boom, it works. Because if you could give me an FPV drone that cost $30 and was as easily replaceable as something like this, and I mean, because this is what you learn FPV on. You don't buy a pocket that's $60 you didn't have to spend. This is $21 all in. Just need the camera. Because people are going to start having virtual reality goggles. That's going to happen. It's already happened. So more and more people are being tech savvy enough to figure out how to get a wireless signal. And someone's probably going to make an app that'll, get a pretty decent real-time approximation of FPV on their phone. So you'll have monitor people flying around. So, I don't know. I think that with a little bit of money, a little bit of imagination, a $21 drone could revitalize the sport. People look at this, those drones. Yeah, drones. If you ever see a bunch of guys in the park flying around, go to one of them and ask them if you could co-pilot. Someone will probably have a spare set of goggles. See for yourself what the experience is like. Or the videos don't do it justice. Because you gotta imagine yourself there. And when you're in with the sun still cooking down on you and you feel the wind, I don't know. It's easy for me to pretend. But I have a good imagination. Anyway, Ghosted. AT-66C by A-Toy. We had our seance. So let's put it to bed. Portal M out.